Oh, this is interesting. So it was either Ethos or JG. They put this in the group chat. Shout out to the homie Danny. If you're looking for another solid gaming podcast, go check out Gamertag Radio. That's the podcast that he runs. It's run by a fellow. He's Dominican. I'm Dominican. So Dominican connection, man. Check out Gamertag Radio. It's on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all that shit. It's called Gamertag Radio. But yeah, it was either Ethos or JG. They put I used to work with him at G4. They put this clip in the group chat and he said go to the 2-minute mark. And there was some interesting dialogue about gaming in here. And once I heard this, I said, oh, I got to play this on stream so that I can push my agenda. They're talking about Marathon and whether it's a success or not for Bungie. But something in specific was said that piqued my interest. So I'm just going to go to the 2-minute mark here. Okay. Turn that shit off. Boom.
Bigger deal now than it's been, especially given what's going on everywhere else. And if you look at like the PCs, like concurrent user charts for Steam are all over the place. Like it's the currency of the conversation online because they're available.
Unfortunately.
But I think it paints a distorted picture of the entire market. On Steam, you're right. We are seeing games really, and this goes all the way back in recent times, like Helldivers 2, which was a very PC-forward game as well. The players on PC, the players on Steam, they're more quickly adopting new games than the console audiences right now. You know, we publish every week our list of, you know, most played games in terms of total weekly active users on these
the data.
And on PlayStation.
This is perfect too, because we were just talking about live service games and people not trying nothing new.
Xbox every single week. Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, NBA, Call of Duty. It's the same.
Wait. Let me run it back because I don't know if y'all heard that. I was kind of talking.
Xbox every single week. Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, NBA, Call of Duty. It's the same games. But on the PC chart, every week you're going to see something new. You're going to see things move up and down. Slay the Spire 2 was number 1 for us.
Shout out to Slay.
So
Shout out to Slay.
A combination of factors there, but really, you know, perhaps that enthusiast audience has begun shifting a little bit more towards PC, the ones that really want to try new things and try a bunch of games out. And whereas the console audience right now is very much like, I'm just going to click on that comfort game and not worry about it. And that's a little concerning to me as well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so the conversation was about Marathon and whether it was a success or not. And they were talking about how majority of players on Marathon are primarily on PC. And the reason why games like but not just Marathon, but all new IPs. And this is why I said, I think Pragmata is going to be dope. I stand on that. But it is going to fight an uphill battle because it's a new IP. I don't know why when I bring up the data on this fucking stream, and now you got an analyst on Godfrey's podcast, Danny's podcast, telling you, he didn't say it, but he did say it in a very nice way. He said the people who are most enthusiastic about games and really play games is the PC community. It's like, it's not a fucking joke when we talk about y'all motherfuckers. And if what I'm going to say don't apply, let it fly. Y'all love these live service games. Y'all claim it's slop, but that's all you eat. He literally said it in the clip. We looked at the data. Console gamers just tend to stick to their comfort food. 2K, Roblox, Call of Duty, GTA, Madden, FIFA. And like, I get it. Part of it is because one of the main things you'll hear from people is like, well, you know, games are really expensive, $70. And I'm like, that's fine to a degree. But you have more tools than ever between YouTube, TikTok, Twitch streams. You can watch a bunch of reviews, a bunch of streams, and try to figure out whether or not a game is for you before you. I like when people say, oh, gaming is more expensive, you know, with the $70. I'm not gonna. In my head, I'm like, do y'all just go to the store and buy shit? Like, I used to do that back in high school when I was a fucking kid and I got my first job and I was excited to have money. But as an adult, the average gamer is now 36, according to a tweet I read the other day. Does the average 36-year-old just go to fucking GameStop without thinking? There's plenty of information out there. And also, the $70 shit is the excuse as well, too. Because yes, games are $70. But because most of y'all are not buying these new games, within 3 months, those games that are $70 are usually 30 to 40 bucks. Yeah, let's talk about it. So this whole games are too expensive thing is bullshit. I don't believe that. unless you're a content creator, there's no reason to play every game day one. But if there's something you're genuinely interested in and you don't want to get it day one, if you wait like 3 months, usually that should be on sale, bro. Pragmatic 60, by the way. Yeah, Pragmatic 60 at launch, which is great. Yeah, I remember seeing reviews for Armored Core with people being mad it wasn't Elden Ring. What was that to do anything? Well, I guess you're saying that people will find any reason not to support something. The decline of reading and overall comprehension is affecting every aspect of modern life. Yeah, and it's like when I talk about these live service games and the data, it's like people take that shit as like a personal attack, but I'm like, yo, that's what the data says. Y'all don't be trying nothing. I told all my homies about Pragmatic's demo, and the motherfuckers still ain't played it. Yeah, it's free. That's the crazy part. It's like, I don't know what to do. To be fair, Xbox gamers do play different games, but they don't stick with them. Yeah, y'all don't beat shit. Y'all charcuterie board gamers. Nah, homie, you bugging a little bit? What do you mean? They just wiped out 3 GameStops near me. I gotta travel a whole hour and 30 minutes to go. At that point, I ain't gonna lie. Unless you really want the physical, you might as well just download shit. Last game I got day one was Expedition 33. Can't wait to play these games. I don't understand what you mean by when I'm saying when you're saying I'm bugging. It's too much to watch reviews. It's too much to like watch Twitch streams and like get an idea to see whether or not you like a game. Like that, doing research is too much. Or the $70 thing. What's the list of Switch top games? Nigga, you know, Mario, Donkey Kong. What I mean is that PC got more options to get cheaper games and test them out. Yeah, but that's only during Steam sales. People are still buying games day one. Because when they brought PlayStation games over, people were still buying them day one at full price. Yeah, there's some people that are gonna wait for the sales or whatever. But not like playing games for myself unless I know I'm not gonna play it. Facts, order the physical. You put me onto the Pragmatic demo. I pre-ordered it for $45. I think it was $10 off on Green Man Gaming. I think it was like for $45 or something like that, yeah. NBA 2K26 is 17 on Steam right now. I couldn't help myself. I had to scoop it. Regardless, you can still do your research. Yeah, I don't know what that. And listen, at the end of the day, it's just games. It's not that serious. This is a first world problem. What I will say is like, I don't know I'm about to play that demo now. I don't know what to tell you. I'll be trying to give people different avenues and like solutions, and people still be complaining. I'm like, bro, at that point, I'm like in my head, just go find a new hobby. I think that's the other annoying thing about that side of the internet that says gaming is dead or there's nothing to play. And then we look at the statistics and it shows that people don't even be playing other shit unless you're an actual enthusiast. It seems like y'all ain't looking for a solution. You just want to bitch about shit. Yo, shout out to Sling's Eye with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. I buy so many games, I get overwhelmed by how much there is. I mainly play indie and AA games at the end. It's too many fucking games, bruh. There's two sides of the spectrum. There's nothing to play or there's too many. Which one are you on? That's the question. You could do research a game and the game can still be shit. What's the last game you feel like you researched but it was still shit? I can't think of any off the top of my head. You said, oh Lord, nothing interesting. Me too, not gonna lie. I'm curious for that answer though. What's the last game you feel like you did research on but it was still shit? Crimson Desert. I didn't have high hopes for Crimson Desert. I don't know. I feel like the red flags for Crimson Desert were already there. And to be honest, I told the truth about that game before it came out. So Star Wars Outlaws? You had high hopes for that game? Like you had high hopes for that game? I don't know. Man. Ubisoft. I feel like from the previews, that game looked mid all the entire time. Dragon's Dogma 2. I'll give you that. The first half of Dragon's Dogma 2 was fire. That second half, there's no way for you to know. And I feel like the reviews early on didn't say anything. I'll give y'all that one. I actually thought Crimson Desert was going to be tough with all the options. Didn't expect them to randomize control inputs. I fucks with you and there's too many games. You're right about that. But I think PC has more gamer-friendly options. What do you mean by... Shout out to you for the super chat, Film. I appreciate you. What do you mean by like gamer-friendly options? Because then... Let's say... Because I don't know what you mean by that. But let's say that's how you genuinely feel. Then why don't more people just save up for it? Then just get the PC. Especially, I'm not gonna lie, the whole console is cheaper thing goes out the door with the PS5 being $900 now. Y'all might as well come on over here. Y'all might as well come on over here. The Humble Bundle. If it was 10 years ago, the Humble Bundle ass now. I ain't gonna hold you. The Humble Bundle ass. You might as well just come on over here, man, and be one of us. There's no way to justify paying $900 for a game console, bro. Like, y'all can test games for like 2 hours and then get a full refund. No, that's real. That's real. I feel like, yeah. My question is, why y'all still on the console then? Why y'all still on the console then? That's the question then. What's keeping you over there? Trade that Xbox in, trade that PlayStation in, and save up. LOL, paying $900 for a console with a monthly membership is insane. My game regret was Final Fantasy 16. I'm not gonna lie, Final Fantasy 16 didn't look good to me in the first place. I'm mad I even bought that game. I bought that off the strength of hoping it was good. I get it. Every once in a while, you might get got. But I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like for the most part, you can't watch one, like you can have a favorite reviewer, but me personally, if I'm not sure about a game, I'll watch at least 5 or 6 reviews and try to see if there's a genuine consensus. If there's some type of consensus, I believe that where there's smoke, there's fire. You still got to play it for yourself, but I feel like it does mitigate some of the risk. I can't be on PC like I own physical discs. They don't take up a ton of space. Gotcha. Helldivers 2 to me, I felt genuinely scammed. Helldivers 2 wasn't a bad game. Maybe a little overhyped. It wasn't bad. So we need demos. I feel that. Shout out to Green Tie with the sub. Appreciate it. Sparking Zero. You just want me to rant about Sparking Zero before I move on, bro. Y'all niggas did that to yourselves. I don't want to hear nothing about that, bro. How dare you say Sparking Zero? Bandai Namco, I can't believe I'm even defending them. Bandai Namco did not scam y'all with Sparking Zero. Y'all scammed yourselves. Because on the flip side, Sparking Zero was like the 2024 Crimson Desert. For some reason, like every year, there's like one game where for some reason the gaming community, and it's usually ball and gun gamers, they put all their hopes and dreams into one game for some reason. What's going to happen twice this year? It's going to happen with GTA 6. The difference is GTA 6 will probably actually be good. Appreciate you. He's a good guy, my dog. What up, lady? But for some reason, y'all put y'all hopes and dreams in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And from the rip, that game looked mid. It was another 3D arena brawler. It was prettier. I'll give you that much. It was prettier. But there was never anything there in Sparking Zero that warranted y'all being excited. Y'all didn't get scammed. Y'all chose to get fucked over, bro. Some of them dead ass thought that game should be an Evo. Ain't that shit? Welcome to the street, Ketsura. What that shit funny? That shit came out. Motherfuckers, this gonna be game of the year, bro. If y'all don't shut the fuck up with that shit, bro. So 2024 was Sparking Zero. I think was Wukong. Did that come out in 2023? If not, whatever year Wukong came out, that was one of those games. People put all their hopes and dreams in that game too. This year's Crimson Desert. And then, the funny part is, I feel like with those games where people put all their hopes and dreams into it, they're not even bad games, because Sparking Zero is not a bad game. Wukong's not a bad game. Crimson Desert's not a bad game. But for some reason, there's always like 1 or 2 games every year where motherfuckers will put all their hopes and dreams into an average to above average game and then try to prop it up like it deserves game of the year, knowing damn well they didn't play nothing else that came out that year that actually deserved the rewards. Shout out to Zal with a $10 super chat. He said there's this Steam game called Chain Beast. It's a gladiator co-op game. It's my most anticipated. I never heard of that. That sounds interesting. My hopes and dreams are in Wolverine. My hopes and dreams are not in Wolverine. My hope for Wolverine is just that it's decent. That's all. But to bring it back full circle, we have an actual data analyst on the Gamertag Radio podcast letting y'all know that for some reason console gamers will not try new games, but they be the main ones talking about gaming is dead. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, man. I blame COVID, actually. The COVID gamers. How long do y'all think before the COVID gamers quit gaming? That's how I know COVID introduced a lot of new people to gaming. Because this is the first generation I've ever seen where a new console came out and niggas complained you had to upgrade. But like, you guys know that's been a thing since the invention of game consoles, right? And not only that, you had like 4 or 5 years before, because you bought your PS4 in 2020. Or no, now you had like a couple years with it. I mean, they already did it all. Now I think some of them are permanently in the door until they grow out of it. Hopefully in the next 5 years they grow out of it so they can be quiet. With Sparking, it didn't look mid. The community killed the game and the lack of content in terms of online. Couch co-op and single player was mid. It was an okay game. It was just a prettier version of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Right? Oh, right? You like Ninja Storm? Can you do the Fang over Fang? You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about, bro. Just looking at me like I'm weird and shit. This guy always fucking talks to himself. Glad GTA 6 ain't my last hope. If GTA 6 doesn't get at least a 9 out of 10, a lot of people are gonna have a bad mental breakdown, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, I won't even understand why. Like, the reviews for GTA 6 can come out 2 weeks. Can come out 2 weeks before the game comes out. That shit get an 8 out of 10. Yeah, remember the shit they did for Crimson Desert? They couldn't believe the reviews for Crimson Desert. No, they played the game wrong. I'm hoping that happens. Like, nah. So, like, all right. Part of me hopes that it gets like an 8 out of 10. Just, it's an okay game. It's a good game. Just to see the internet lose their shit over a game getting an 8 out of 10. But then also a part of me hopes it gets a 9 or higher, just so they'll go away and be quiet, bro. Like, so I'm leaning more towards, I want them to be at peace, you know? I feel like with GTA gamers, if it gets a good review score, they can die and go to Valhalla. And I'm advocating for that shit. Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy times we're in where we're sitting here laughing because we know that an 8 out of 10 for GTA 6 would make them lose their shit. Yellow painters, but everybody running the same build of the game. This shit is fucking funny. It's gonna be a ball and gun Armageddon. Speaking of Armageddon, State of Decay 3 trailer was basically fake as the devs dashed fans' hopes for a zombie deer. State of Decay 3 was first revealed back in 2020 ahead of the launch of the Xbox Series with a cinematic trailer that showed no gameplay. The teaser signaled loftier narrative ambitions for the zombie sandbox series. But the truth is that the game didn't even exist yet, outside of broad outlines and attempts to prototype what Undead Labs' next sequel would look like. Studio head Philip Holt recently confirmed the trailer was essentially fake and said its zombie deer are not on the menu for the finished game. So that trailer, there really wasn't a game or a game team we were even working on that trailer. It was so early, Holt said in an interview with Sunny Games after State of Decay 3's May 2026 alpha playtest was revealed. You know, the game was in a Word document, he said, adding that the core development team was less than a dozen people at the time. Translation, they didn't even have no storyboards, no gameplay, no idea of anything. This man said it was a Google Doc. They just crafted a CG trailer together. And I'm gonna be honest, game devs gotta stop doing this shit, man. You thought they would have learned this way back at E3. What was that? What was that infamous E3 trailer? I think it was either a PS3 game, I think. Fucking Resistance 2, I think, or some shit like that. Where it looked like this, but then they said it was gameplay, but it turned out to be CG. No, not Watch Dogs. Was it Killzone 3? It might have been Killzone. Let me see. I'm showing my age here. This is a really old E3 moment. This is a classic. It might have been Killzone 2. Killzone 2, E3. Yeah, it was. It was this. So this was a really... Yeah, most of y'all were probably still sperming your dad's ball sack. But E3 2005, when I was 15, this was a really big drama. So I think this was like right before the PS3 came out. They showed this at E3. It looked better in the stream, but like, because this is like a ripped version, it looks super ashy. But like, they made it look like the visuals were gonna look like a straight up cutscene, and it turned out that none of this was actual gameplay. It was all fake. It was just CG, and they got exposed for this shit. And this was back in 2005. Essentially, they're still doing it with State of Decay. Translation, you guys got to stop showing games too early. If it's not ready to be shown, don't show it. A great example of showcasing your game is Mortal Shell 2. We covered that last stream. If you didn't see that, I knew this game was coming, but they hadn't shown anything. They dropped an 11-minute demo. No crazy cutscenes, just straight gameplay. This shit looked fucking raw. They did this with Resistance 2. And then the game didn't come out till 0809. This is how you demo stuff. Like no snake shit, no fancy editing. Just show the fucking game, bruh. Especially because I know State of Decay has a core audience, but I don't think people are really clamoring for State of Decay like that. Like, Jesus Christ, bruh. It's a bad look for PR. It makes you not trust them. So if you were hoping anything they shown in that CG trailer, the original reveal for State of Decay 3 was in it, it's not. Hey, hold up. Your reaction in the top 4? My reaction? Reaction to what? Oh, you're talking about this right here? It's probably just because it's for some reason the algorithm recommends me my own videos all the fucking time. Same with Kingdom Hearts 4, Ben Radio. Oh, yeah. That's how you set yourself up for failure. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is a good example, too. I bet you by the time they finally show Kingdom Hearts 4 again, it will look nothing like that reveal trailer. And it's going to piss people off. I'm tired and done with live service games. Yeah, until another one hooks you. Until they announce a character in Marvel Rivals that you really want. Shout out to Nightmare with the super chat. He said Mortal Shell 2 set the bar high for this year. Early prediction, Dark Horse Game of the Year. That's a bold claim. I'm not going to go that far as to say that until I get my hands on it. That's a bold claim, though. State of Decay is definitely a niche community. Speaking as a fan, they need to show gameplay if they want new players. Ding, 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 ding. It's funny, we were just talking about PS3 mishaps. PlayStation 3 emulator gets shiny new UI for handheld PCs like the Steam Deck. RPCS3's latest update makes it much easier to tweak settings while in game, considering emulator is one of the most complex consoles ever made. Man, is this it right here? Let's look at this shit. Emulator update. Game preservation. What up, PK Trader? Where the HD at? You can take screenshots and record now. So basically, being able to run PS3 games on your Steam Deck is a lot more efficient with these new settings. There's a lot of settings. Nerd shit. Uh-oh, I might need to update my shit allegedly. Yeah, they got the Steam Deck right there. More Slay Spire today. I mean, I thought about hopping on. I played this weekend. I was doing some solo runs. I mean, I could hit the co-op partner. I don't know. I'm trying to get Siggy on it. Might finish the meat, man. I don't know. Example after tweaking. Yeah, if you care about this nerd shit, I'm not gonna go through all this. If you have a handheld gaming PC, here you go. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Which, by the way, for anybody that gets their panties in a bunch, emulation is totally legal. So long as you own the game. Me personally, every game that I've ever emulated, I owned. Okay? Remember that. Next topic. When you're doing Deadlock, sometime this week, I'm gonna get on it. My Hero Academia United Survival announced for iOS and Android. Who's ready for a new My Hero Academia game? A 15-second trailer. K-Lab Games and Gummy have officially announced United Survival, free-to-play iOS Android game, first confirmed in 2022. It will launch in 2026 worldwide, excluding mainland China. Is there gameplay in this? What kind of game is this, man? All right, bro, this shit about to be ass. Watch this shit be a tower defense game. Way to not sell your game. Netflix just released a standalone gaming app for kids. Netflix just released a free app called Playground for smartphones and tablets. This is a gaming app for kids aged 8 and under. It's available to all Netflix members of any tier, and the company promises it doesn't have ads or in-app purchases. It also works without a mobile or Wi-Fi connection. Netflix says this makes it the perfect companion for long airplane rides or grocery trips. Kids do love their screens. For an airplane ride, I'm okay with that, but a grocery trip, I'm not gonna lie, man. Anytime I'm in public and I see these kids, like I hate going to dinner with my girl and I see a kid sitting at the table with his family on his iPad with headphones in and shit. Me personally, I would hope that my kids like me enough that they would want to speak to me. Like, this is fucking crazy. The company promises an ever-growing library of games for children. The platform launches with titles based on some massively popular franchises. There's something called Playtime with Peppa Pig. Oh shit. Let's go to the Netflix playground. Like your attention span is so fried, you can't hang out with me at the damn grocery store.
Play a game together.
Fucking go full screen. Fucking yo, this new YouTube player, bruh. Hey, listen, if you got a Netflix subscription, it's free. Let's have some fun, you little shit. It irks my nerves too, gang. And then the worst ones too, I've had like little kids bump into me because they be like on their iPads. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like adults too walking in public with just staring at their phone the entire time. Like if you step off to the side and then look at your phone, it's one thing, but like walking in the way. But I've had so many kids bump into me. Have y'all seen the kids who got the iPad and then they have like a strap that goes around the neck so the iPad sits on their chest and they be walking around with the iPad strap around their neck looking down, bro, running into you? I feel like I'd failed as a father if I did that shit, man.
I'm Peppa Pig.
I haven't seen it. I've seen it, unfortunately. Yeah, just straight zombified.
It's playtime.
Also, especially like not only is it bad, like it fries your attention span, but I also would imagine that can't be good for your neck, especially as a kid. Like your body isn't developed, you haven't hit puberty, like your muscles and your bones aren't fully developed, and you just got something sitting on your fucking neck the entire day. That shit gonna give you a crook in your goddamn neck. No ads. To be fair, when I was a kid, I brought my Game Boy Advance SP and PSP with me everywhere as a kid. That's not the same, man. That's not the same. I brought my PSP like in a backpack with me, but like, was I on it all the time? I'm talking about, it's one thing to have your iPad in your backpack and you whip it out on some like downtime or some shit like that. Maybe you're waiting in the doctor's office for them to call your name. Like that's different. Like, yeah, I would bring like a PSP to like the doctor's office, but I'm talking about walking around in public, just being a zombie. That's not healthy, man. How does Netflix make money off the gaming stuff? I don't know. Apparently they are though, because they was trying to buy Paramount. All these games don't look expensive to make. These are cheap ass games, bro. Honestly, this shit would have been free on Miniclip. Yeah, this is stuff that would have been free on Miniclip. They just putting this stuff on the app to give more value to the consumer. So if you got kids, you know, it's better than Roblox, because you know what the fuck's on Roblox, man. You know what kind of people. You know what kind of people. Yeah, they trying to justify that price range. I don't know about all that shit. What else we got? Oh, more positive news. Slay the Spire 2 beats Crimson Desert and Resident Evil Requiem as March's biggest selling game on Steam. According to analytics, Slay the Spire 2 shifted an estimated 5.3 million copies, while Crimson Desert sold 1.9. Climber Animals Together and Resident Evil Requiem sold 1.2 million each, while Resident Evil 3 Remake sold 994,000 units. Mega Crit Slay the Spire 2 moved a nuts but deserved 5.3 million copies in 5 million. Oh, I thought it was total. They moved 5 million copies in March. Holy shit. To date, it has generated $108 million on Steam alone. All is to say that Slay the Spire 2 easily takes the Steam #1 spot. I put this in the group chat. Now Siggy's considering playing it. You Steam DB watchers are fucking funny, bruh. Could it win Game of the Year? I feel like by the end of the year, I'm going to have a lot of hours on it. The only problem with this and why it might struggle to qualify, A, there's a lot of competition, but B, it's still in early access. The game is, I don't know when 1.0 would come out. It depends on when 1.0 comes out. If it doesn't come out soon, nah, it's not gonna, it's still in early access. Belantro was a finished game though. It's gonna win a Steam award. This will definitely probably win Indie Game of the Year, at bare minimum. But like Game of the Year, nah, because 1.0 is not out. You're saying people will buy the game if it's cheap and not $100, but also the game if the game is good. This game is very addicting. It is good. I did a few runs this weekend. He said a year or two till it's done. Yeah, so it's not getting nominated for something. Shout out to Slay the Spire. Other news. Amazon Prime members can claim 12 free games this month. Those games include XCOM, Total War, A Rat's Quest, King of Retail, Snake Core, Monster Harvest, Detective Agency, Neocab, The Pale Beyond, Kenny Nico, Fantasy General, Pinball Spire. I'm gonna be honest, the only games we're playing probably are these two right here. I don't want to say these aren't worth playing. I don't know what any of this is. That being said, this is an example of what I mean when I say I hate when people say gaming is dead. Because even if you can't afford a $70 game, or you don't have the self-discipline to wait a few months for it to go on sale, every month free games come out on the Epic Game Store, Amazon, and PS Plus. And usually they're good games. And I just don't understand, if you have nothing to play and you generally feel like gaming is dead, why don't you just download fucking XCOM and play it? It's a great game. Everybody who plays it loves it. It may not be your normal cup of tea, but at least they removed the $70 barrier to entry. You might fuck around and find out that you like turn-based strategy games. Next thing you know, you're now addicted to Baldur's Gate 3 and that other Marvel game that came out, and you might try that new Star Wars game. This is why I don't agree with it, man. Yeah, gaming may be expensive, but there's also more free shit than ever, too. XCOM's too hard for them. It's just chess with guns. It's great, but missing a 95% please, you're gonna piss the fuck off. XCOM is a great game, man. How do you access the free games on GOG? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm gonna drop this fucking link in here. I would imagine you have to link your Prime account to the GOG. Here. GTA 6 will save us. GTA 6 will save the world. That's all I got. Let me go in the sub box real quick. Let me switch to my main account. New podcast out. Make sure to check out the new podcast. Any trailers I should be aware of? Play XCOM and you'll finally know what a flank is. Reading comics lately. The only thing I've read is I caught up on Captain America. I plan on catching up on Batman soon. Let's see. Hot take, I don't want GTA 6 to get a Game of the Year nomination. I want something like Pragmata to win. My hot take is I want the best game to win. If GTA 6 genuinely is the best game to come out this year, like they come out with something super innovative, has a lot of value, then it should win. My issue with GTA is we all know as long as it's mid, people are going to advocate for it being Game of the Year. And that's my issue. Like if Pragmata is definitively the best game of the year, but GTA is mid, they're still gonna advocate for it. Like that's my any year GTA comes out, no game has a fair shot. Is the point? But what else I got for you? Let me see. Morbid Metal. I think that's the game Watts was telling me about. Look at that joint. I just want an even playing field. An even playing field. Basically, can't win off popularity. Like you're gonna have to be so good, you're undeniable. Basically. Dead as Disco official Hemlock gameplay video. I'm not convinced it's coming out this year. I give it to about June. If we don't see no gameplay by June. PUBG Battlegrounds. What the fuck? Somebody asked if you're gonna try Samson. Fuck no. I'll look at the trailer. Last time I looked at the gameplay for this shit look ashy as hell. I seen people on Twitter hyping it up saying it's GTA 6 Mini. I'm like, I don't think we're looking at the same gameplay. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, we'll check out these. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Morbid Metal. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. A little action game. Not gonna lie, it's a lot of Orange Man in your algorithm. It's the news, bro. I'm not subscribed to Donald Trump. I'm subscribed to a bunch of news channels. God forbid a nigga be informed. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. I hate when there's an open world action game and people just call it a GTA clone and then they claim to want games like Sleeping Dogs. What the fuck?
All right, y'all. So this is wild.
This shit out of here. That looked okay. I'm watching from the beginning. As soon as you have kids, you're gonna be throwing that iPad at them. LOL. Easy to monitor them with the child accounts now. No, I won't. Because me and my girl, we already talked about this. We're actually on the same front. See, there's a difference between me and you, nigga. Don't do that. Me and my girl have actually had several conversations, and we both agreed that our kids will not be iPad kids. If I'm ever lucky enough to have sex, they will not be iPad kids. Now, we've actually had conversations about this. I'm not playing about that shit. Civilization has survived. So the iPad, same with me and my boyfriend. Yeah, we talk like adults. We don't just be doing shit. Civilization has existed for thousands and thousands of years without iPads. The iPad kid is a new phenomenon in the last 15 years. So for you to think you need that iPad is crazy. I turned out fine without it. And even the game console gonna have a time limit on that shit if we get them one, if they're into it. What is this? PUBG battle? What the fuck is this? Let them kids be bored. They'll be all right. Put them in sports. Put them in some type of martial arts or some shit. No overstatement, Coco Miller. Also, I used to work with kids. You know, the funny thing is, and what baffles me is I used to be a preschool teacher. And we would have inspectors come in like twice a month. So like we had computers. We had like one computer in the room. You were not allowed to let the kids watch TV more than 30 minutes a day. You know, like maybe for like lunch, you put on Yo Gabba Gabba or some shit, whatever was the hot show at the time, you know, to sit them down and keep them quiet while you set the table for lunch. But other than that, you were not allowed to, or you would get fucking fired. And like, I remember there would be some parents that would complain because some teachers would, you know, put it on for a little bit longer. They felt like their brains were being stimulated. So it's very fascinating to see parents from, you know, 15 years ago go from that to like now it's like, nah, trust me, when you get it, they're going to be on that iPad. I don't know, man. I would imagine, I would like to think that I'd be a cool dad and they would want to be like me. We're going to be outside doing push-ups, nigga. My boss used to say boredom is the devil's playground. My parents used to say the same thing. My parents used to say, my grandparents, idle time is the devil's playground, which is the same thing. No, that's not, I think. That doesn't mean he just wants to work. What he's saying is keep your mind occupied, because if not, your demons can take over, which is true. It's more what that is. When the fuck did this game come out? I wanted you to work. Oh, yeah, you okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. He was just trying to get you to do more work. Like, nah, that's not in my job description. That's fucking funny. Play free now. What the freak? I'm not playing that shit. All right, Samson. Somebody asked me. Let's see. Will the Samson launch trailer sell me?
I know we're not good people. I know that. You think we're going to hell? For the things we've done.
They want their money, and if they don't get it, I'm finished. They're gonna shoot me in the back of the head and dump me in the river.
Hindleston. The fuck happened to this city?
I can't believe you made it out of that shithole.
It's some designer crap. It's killing us.
No, it's the other outfits pushing it that are killing us.
All cities high on White Whisper. The city's sick.
I prayed that vile drug would be taken off our streets.
Half the things I do to keep this organization running, Carter doesn't like.
There's so many of us just up and disappearing. This shit is getting weird.
True power must remain unbridled.
Gameplay!
Shame dinosaurs like your boss can't see that.
Fuck you, Carter!
The only thing for people like me is to keep going. Keep grinding. Keep doing the work.
It looks like AI to me. Yeah, the facial animations are really stiff. April 8th. God damn, this comes out this week. Oh, I'll just watch a review and see. I'll watch some reviews and see what people are saying, but like it doesn't look like a real game to me. Edgy white guy in the game. I'm good off that. I don't know about that. That's fucking funny, bro. They showed the same car crash twice. I didn't even peep. That's concerning. Shit. Let me stop looking at this, guys. I got too much orange guy on my fucking on my sub bugs, bro. I'll be like, why don't you have more? Y'all don't care about what's going on in the world? Man, why these gas prices going up, bro? Why can't I afford? Why? I saw that apparently the price of beef has outpaced minimum wage now. A pound of beef is more. It costs more than like what people make for minimum wage. Man, why did beef cost so much, man? Blame your president. You ever had kid fans recognize you? Nah, I don't have a kiddie audience. Most of my audience is older. Funny enough, I did have somebody recognize me yesterday. I was out to dinner with Milady, Easter dinner. And me and the server got on the conversation about video games. True story, man. God strike me down. And I told him I started playing Magic recently. He's like, oh yeah, I play Magic, all this other shit. And then he also said that out of nowhere, he's like, you know a game, a low-key game he's like, I've been playing a lot of. He's like, you should check out. I said, what game? He's like, you should check out this game. He's like, you ever heard of it called Bat Bap? And my neck went like, I said, Bat Bap? I was like, are you being serious? Because I thought he was trolling me, right? Man, I don't know this person. He's like, yeah, I've been playing this game called Bat Bap. He's like, it's actually really good. It's really low-key. I said, I'm in that game, dude. He said, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no, you're not. I had to show him the tweet. I was like, yeah, the black guy in there, Zook. I was like, that's my voice. He was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I went on the Steam DB, bro. It was average. That game is averaging 500 players, bro. I was like, wow. I was like, I met one of the 500 people playing this game still. He could not believe that shit. So I had to show him the tweet of me like announcing that I was in the game. I was like, yeah, I'm Zook, the guy with the he's like, I fucking main that dude. I was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, that's fucking crazy. I was like, yeah, a win's a win, chat. A win's a win. So, you know, I'm laughing, I'm smiling. small world type shit. My girl, we leave after that. My girl was like, I'm never gonna hear the end of this. I said, I know, right? You know I'm about to tie hella shit. Let me use the bathroom real quick and then we'll get on the fucking game, man.